This is Jason Porter with the Red Hat Developers Program, here with Ken Finnigan. We're going to be talking about Wildfly Swarm. Thanks for being with us, Ken.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Very good. Now, for those that aren't aware, Wildfly Swarm plays into our microservices approach. So what exactly is Wildfly Swarm, Ken?
Well, Wildfly Swarm kind of takes your Wildfly Java application server that everyone's familiar with and allows you to decompose it into smaller pieces. And we also, with Swarm, we take Java EE and bring some cloud-native microservices focus onto it. So it's just a bit more than Java EE as it is today.
Okay. So is it the full server part of the server? It kind of sounds like it's whatever I need it to be.
Yeah, pretty much. We've broken it down so that each individual Wildfly subsystem, as it stands today, can be included on its own or in conjunction with others. So you could have something just as small as Undertow, and you're looking at maybe like an Uber jar of 20 meg roughly in size. But you can then throw in more CDI, JAX-RS, JPA. You can pretty much throw anything that's in the full Wildfly in there. Obviously, if you throw everything in, then you may as well just use Wildfly.
Sure.
But you can choose as little or as much as you want just for your application.
Oh, very good. Now, you said I can deploy it as an Uber jar. Is that I just build that up with Maven? Is that how that all works?
Yeah, we have a Swarm plugin that you can use in your project that takes all the dependencies and figures out for your particular application what modules we need from Wildfly to bundle together. And it creates an Uber jar that has your deployment as if you would deploy normally to Wildfly, and then a local, or essentially a built-in Maven repository with all the modules and dependencies, and then some Bootstrap code to get everything started.
Oh, very good. So the programming model and whatnot, it doesn't change at all. I don't have to do anything special. It's basically just how I've been developing all the time with Maven, and I just get a really fat Uber jar, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And the programming model is the same as Java EE. So you can use CDI and do everything you could today with Wildfly. We do add some extra things in there, as I said, that's not Java EE specific. So we have some integrations for Ribbon and Hystrix. And we're looking to add some additional cloud-native microservice stuff that isn't part of Wildfly proper.
Ah, very good. Now, since you've been doing this for a while and talking about it, what would you say is the killer feature for Wildfly Swarm?
I would say I think the big advantage to Wildfly Swarm is being able to reuse your existing Java EE knowledge. Because there's a lot of dev shops out there that have had decades of Java EE experience, working their way up as the specs evolved. And it's kind of hard to say to an enterprise, you might have 100 developers that know this really well. You've got to throw away all that knowledge just because you want to do microservices.
Very good, very good. Wildfly Swarm is also, as I understand it, it's our implementation for MicroProfile. Is that correct?
Yes, as I can kind of see there. So Eclipse MicroProfile is an initiative with the community and some vendors to evolve and optimize Java EE for microservices. So as part of that, Swarm is the implementation that Red Hat provides that implements all the features of MicroProfile.
Ah, very good. Now, if I want to get started using Wildfly or MicroProfile, where do I go?
Wildflyswarm.io is the main page for us, and that's kind of where the Swarm stuff is. MicroProfile.io is where all the MicroProfile specific stuff is. And there's a big Google group for MicroProfile where everything's being discussed, and we're doing everything in the open there. There's nothing behind closed doors.
Oh, very good. If I have problems, is there a forum or an IRC channel, Slack channel? Where do I go for help?
For Swarm, we have an IRC channel. I think it's Wildfly-Swarm. And we also have a Google group, which is kind of like our forum. And we also have Jira for any issues and stuff. Right. And we try to be fairly responsive. Obviously, in weeks like Summit, it's not exactly possible. But yeah, we do our best to respond to the community as quickly as we can.
Very good, very good. That'll do it for us today. Thanks,
Great.
Ken.